thing I need to do.
But how are they getting the soccer practice?
The day gets hectic for Deanna Trost and her husband, Vic Fernandez, even before they go to work.
Do you guys want
and then
jam
I'm gonna pick you
or
up
anything,
early
or just butter?
to go to the flu shop.
There's breakfast to be made,
Eat some bagel.
lunches to prepare,
And who is the author?
and homework to be finished.
So you're going to have your Hispanic Heritage Month celebration at
10:30.
10:30, which I'm so sorry I cannot come because it's on a Thursday. So it's really challenging, and with two careers, and if they're both sort of, I always call them big jobs. If your husband has a big job too, well, you're just sort of filling in, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there to try and kind of make it all work.
So when Sunday rolls around, it's tempting to skip church.
Sometimes we just need one day where we don't have to get out of the house at 9.
Parents across the country struggle to balance work and children. Churches are also suffering because American families have less time to devote to congregational life. But the pastor of this church says faith can be part of the solution.
Providing a safe place and a haven in such a busy, challenging world.
David Gray is pastor of Bradley Hills Presbyterian Church in Bethesda, Maryland.
At our congregation, we have a lot of people who are stressed at work. It comes from living in the D.C. area. It comes from a lot of professionals in the congregation. And so when I look out in the pews and try and think about how to meet their needs, I need to deal with the stress that they are facing.
Gray argues in a new book that churches need to be part of the fight for workplace flexibility. He says the future of denominations like his depends on young families. The average age of Presbyterians is 61.
So if a church is going to attract that target audience, it's got to understand work-life imbalance.
His church is realistic in what it asks of volunteers, says board member Ginger Essing.
And so what we're trying to do, I'm on the outreach committee, and as I said, a board member, is to help figure out a way for people to get involved in little pieces of time. 2 hours here, an hour there, Sunday morning, so that they can feel connected and get to know the congregation and feel like there's community.
Please. All right, and then come on down.
Deanna Trost says church is one place where she finds time for herself.
It did become clear to me at some point that, wow, this is 1 hour that I can go and sit, and there's childcare.
So the challenge for American churches is to become a haven for stressed-out parents instead of just another burden. Jerome Socolovsky, VOA News, Washington.